Are you ready for an off-road adventure of a lifetime? A journey that takes you through breathtaking landscapes, whispers tales of the past, and connects the stunning beauty of Colorado to the iconic red rocks of Moab, Utah?
We made it all the way to Montrose. Found a little spot to camp for the night. It's the next morning right now. We're gonna continue to get packed up. We didn't unpack hardly anything. We just got here, got the tent leveled up, threw the ladder down, opened it up, aired up the bed, and
went to bed.
Probably top off the fuel tank one more time.
And I'll let you know if I see any UFOs or Bigfoot.
Yes, we got you, Rob. We're gonna watch out for Bigfoot too. So we are leaving Montrose,
Colorado.
Montrose, Colorado, on Rimrocker, making our way to Moab, Utah. So this is a trail system that leads you all the way there.
It's 160 miles.
Yep. It does have a town. Woo! Washboards. Okay. It does have a town at from Montrose. It's about 50 miles is what it says. I can't see where we're going now. Fall off a cliff, you'll never know. Because I don't know.
So we're going to take you on this journey with us because we have never done this. We've always wanted to, but we've never had the time, and we left early from home, a day early than what we had originally planned to do this because we got a trail ride on Sunday with RPM steering, Holly from Mischief Maker TV, Ian Johnson is going to be there.
Yep. So we're going to make that.
Yep. Our journey begins near the charming town of Montrose, Colorado. The first leg of the Rimrocker, stretching towards Nucla, offers a gentle introduction. These well-maintained gravel roads wind through the beautiful Uncompahgre National Forest. It's a fantastic way to ease into the adventure, and even those in less hardcore off-road vehicles can enjoy this initial stretch.
Trail's closed. So it's plowed all the way up to a point, and then they just stop plowing. So now there's a
Big mountain, basically.
Frozen.
yeah, I'm gonna call it it's bigger than the 37. We're gonna say 40 inches tall of a frozen wall, basically. I'm put my tires on the wall just to see. If I didn't have the trailer, I could probably get up it, but I'm not gonna try to drag the trailer up and over that wall. So Rimrocker canceled. We got to turn around and get to Moab. Luckily, they have a little spot that they plowed that I think I can back the trailer in and turn around at. That's the goal. So we'll see how that goes.
See, this is why we don't take the trailer everywhere. Because it's kind of a pain in the butt sometimes.
snowed in, couldn't get through. So instead of it only being 50 miles to get to whatever.
Nucla is the town.
I won't get it right. So instead of getting there in 50 miles,
which we were already into the 50 miles, so it really wasn't 50 miles from where we're at.
Yeah, now we got to backtrack back down to Montrose again.
And double the miles to get to Nucla.
Yeah, it's like 100 miles.
Which is funny because before we started coming out here, it looked like it took hours and was hundreds of miles to get from town to town. And after about like the second year of coming out here, I was like, oh, if you just take the mountain passes, you literally cut your drive time in miles in half.
Yeah.
And this just proves it.
So I'm curious if anybody actually has done like both options, Rimrocker.
Or driving around.
Yeah, or driving around, like, or if you're local. Is this what you guys do? Just take this Rimrocker right into town to Nucla? I think it'd be pretty neat to do.
It's pretty much a graded gravel road to Nucla. Past Nucla on the other side is where it becomes an actual trail. So like what we're on right now, you could do in your mom's minivan.
So far.
Yeah.
What it seems like to us. But, yeah, so we'll go back, get some more fuel.
Fossil fuels.
We're going to take the long way.
Just south of Nucla lies Nucherita, a quick detour for any last-minute supplies or fuel you might need before heading west and venturing onto more challenging terrain. This is where higher clearance and four-wheel drive becomes increasingly recommended. All right, we are in the town of Natura? I can't pronounce it correctly. But we stopped at this Blondie's Drive-In and Cafe. Levi got a kid's grilled cheese, and it came with an ice cream cone. So, but it is a cafe. You can eat inside, or they have a drive-through as well.
Yeah.
Just drove through Nucla, and we are now back on a graded gravel section to see how this is gonna go. See if we can make it to Moab or not.
I mean, hopefully. But, I mean, I guess on the bright side, the detour did take us to a really good little diner.
Yeah, Blondie's Drive-In and Cafe.
Yeah. We're going to see if we can get through. Hopefully.
Yeah,
if not, you're going to see more concrete.
The landscape begins to transform as we head west, transitioning from a more arid environment into a fascinating history of uranium mining. Keep an eye out for subtle green hues in the rocks around you. This coloration is a telltale sign of uranium ore, a reminder of the region's past and the boom and bust cycles of resource extraction. Okay, so as I was walking down here, I seen, it almost looks blue. I don't know if you're gonna see it on the camera, but it's this green hue. This would be the uranium. So there must have been, I don't know if you can really see it there, but there must be a uranium mine pretty close that we are nearby for the dirt to be this color. Then I noticed there's some crust stuff up there, like what is out in Moab. So yeah, this is kind of cool. I didn't see this hue until we got to this point anywhere. It's labeled on the tracks that I have that it's an old mining house. So if you guys want access to the waypoints, points of interest and stuff that we are finding along the way, you can consider subscribing to our Patreon, because all of our Patreon members get routes, waypoints, discounts for upgrading parts. I do trail write-ups, so I will actually do a write-up on this when we get back. So yeah, consider subscribing. What if there's a spider?
Both wife would be proud of you.
Oh, stop it. Wow.
Yeah, I know, right?
Crazy. Ha! There's Coors bottles in here from other people.
Dude, just came here and camped.
the other side of the highway. We are on a very steep and rocky hill climb.
Wouldn't be a big deal if we didn't have the trailer, but
Needs more power.
More passion. More energy.
Just needs more power. As we continue westward, the landscape shifts dramatically once again as we enter the majestic Mente La Sal National Forest. Here the air is cooler, the trees are taller, and the scenery is simply stunning. You'll be treated to beautiful forest, potential wildlife sightings, and increasingly impressive views of the iconic La Sal Mountains looming in the distance. So we just went through a muddy section of this stretch of the Rimrocker Trail. This is how bad it was. This is a Mickey Thompson Baja Boss. But look. Jeez. Holy cow. Let's see. And Jared was sliding, but there it is. And there's little red signs along the way that have numbers. So I assume it's for how many miles you still have left of this private land. But that was all mud. How do you feel?
I did not give it any gas, so my tires are packed full of mud.
And now we're going to fling mud for 5 miles.
At least. The road was off camber, and I didn't want to give it any gas because I was afraid I was going to be everywhere but straight.
I needed to put the Tokyo Drift song in.
The simple joys of an empty pop can. Tonight is pork chops.
And rice-a-roni, cheddar and broccoli.
Cheddar and broccoli, rice and roni.
Rice-a-roni.
It's hard to beat. It just takes water.
And butter.
And butter.
No milk.
No milk. We're about 40 miles.
Yep.
So 40 miles from Moab, Utah. From
Rimrocker.
Yeah, on Rimrocker from
Nucla, Colorado.
I don't know why. I cannot put an N before the U.
We just turned onto La Sal Pass Road, and apparently there is avalanches. Carrie and know how to use beacon shovels. Interesting. The La Sal Pass Road offers a well-maintained stretch before we begin our final descent towards Moab. However, once we turn west, the trail transforms again. Get ready for a bumpier and slower pace as we enter a rough and rocky 2-track section.
bopping down Rimrocker. We come around and we see this fence. Got the water running in here. They got this tube that picks it up. Even got a little leak in it. Takes it over to that. I'm assuming that pipe sticking out up top there must be the overflow. Yeah. I'm assuming this is decent water, so that's pretty neat. Middle of nowhere. Nothing all around us. Crazy.
Hey, Levi. I just blew Levi's mind because he didn't know I bought Nutella Uncrustables.
Yeah.
And the regular ones.
I
Yeah.
recommend these.
They're amazing.
This part of the trail demands careful navigation. Expect tight corners, some challenging climbs and descents, and larger rocks to maneuver around. There are limited pullover spots, so communication with oncoming traffic is essential. Be prepared for some potential desert pinstriping, as the vegetation can be close to the trail. A higher clearance vehicle is definitely necessary through this particular section of Rimrocker. As we get closer to Moab, the landscape undergoes its final dramatic transformation. The forests give way to the signature red rock formations that Moab is so famous for. You might even encounter some shelf roads built of that distinctive red sand. The anticipation builds as we near the end of our off-road adventures and the gateway to the legendary Moab Playground. The Rimrocker Trail is more than just a 160-mile off-road route. It's an experience that engages all of your senses. From the vibrant colors to the historic remnants, the challenging terrain to the breathtaking vistas, this trail truly has something for everyone. Whether you're a seasoned overlander or new to the adventure, the memories you make on Rimrocker will last a lifetime. All right, we are at the staging area. There's also some campers on the other side of this trailer. But at this point, from right here, this is Highway 191. And from here, Rimrocker pretty much parallels the highway into Moab. So we are just going to air up and we are gonna hit the highway. This is definitely a trail that you should check out at least once in your life. The trailer made it, no problems. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment down below. You'll have access to the waypoints that we've got along this route via our Patreon.
And don't forget to check out that. Old Soul Adventure, that's my channel.